Well. So many different changes, so many things going wrong amongst these YouTubers, amongst the traveling space, amongst the trucking space. Whew, boy, it's tough out there. It's tough out there. It seems like when you think something is going to get better, it just falls apart so fast. I told y'all, man, when it comes to working with your own kind, man, it can be very, very destructive. Well, anytime it's got something to do with business, I would say it could be very destructive. I feel like we're always at the very, well, at least me. I feel like every time I find something, it's like the minute I find it, I'm almost too late to it. For example, worked the oil field, worked with Mr. Charlie in the oil field from 2017 all the way up till, 2021. Cool, finally found a way to get our own contracts, get 100% of the revenue, get a higher rate, and it's like, okay, yeah, y'all found out how to do it, but unfortunately, you're just too late. You're too late. We no longer are using pneumatics. We're going to hoppers. So hopefully the little short amount of time you was able to run these contracts, you made a lot of money. Now, if you can go out and buy these $80,000 hoppers, you're welcome to stay or come back when you get them. Ain't nobody spending $80,000 on no hoppers. So then we go find contracts. Okay, well, let's leave the oil field altogether. Let's find contracts outside the oil field. We got contracts going to Utah, Chicago, Indiana. We was down in Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia. And it's like, when we get the contracts, obviously we're able to start, working them. And it's like we're just too late. We're too late. We're too late. Andrew, what do you mean you're too late? When we find out about it, too much pressure has built up amongst the crew, amongst the people that you're around. Too much things have, build up, the arguments, the whatever's going on throughout the months. And when you finally find the big money, boom, the bubble explodes. And it collapsed the contract. You lose that contract. Everything just starts falling apart because you're just too late. You're just too late to the curve. And now we found, okay, well, how can we make this trucking thing fun? Because obviously holding the steering wheel is no longer fun. But if you got something to look forward to, then trucking can still be fun. I'm talking about me, really. Because I've been in this thing 10 years now. If you brand new to trucking, there's a lot out there to see. So I can understand you brand new to trucking. It's fun, especially if you ain't traveled all 48 states yet. And, you got a lot to see out there. It's a lot waiting for you. But after 10 years, you're trying to figure out how to make the trucking still fun again, okay? Obviously, it's not the same as when I first started. They got these AI cameras in the truck now, and it's like you got to deal more with Mr. Charlie nowadays than you did back when I first started. Now Mr. Charlie he want to know why you're braking too hard. You got this automatic truck. Maybe you backing into the dock, and because it's an automatic truck, you let off the brake and it just jerk back and slam into the dock. Set the camera off. Now they want to know, why did you slam it to the dock at 5 miles per hour? It's because of the system. The system that you bought, that you invested in is, damn it, I released the brakes and that shit just slammed into the dock. So there's more micromanagement going on. More micromanagement. More cameras. Camera over there, camera up here. I know a trucking company got a camera in the TV of the sleeper just to watch the driver sleep, just to see what they're doing in the sleeper. I don't know if y'all know that. I'm not gonna tell you what the trucking company is, but if you had a trucking company and it came with a TV in your sleeper, chances are it's got a camera in the TV. So just be aware of that, because I have seen a trucking company that actually showed me that, yeah, we can see the drivers in the sleeper, just in case y'all out there, buying 304s and things like that. They just like to watch the action. The suit and tie guy, they like to watch that. Everybody love to watch a truck driver. Everybody want to keep their eye on the truck driver. What is the truck driver doing? What is the truck driver doing? What is he doing? I just want to watch him sleep. I just want to look at him. I just want to lie to them, because a truck driver is easy to lie to. You know, tell them, you know, this AI camera, yeah, it's facing you, but it's AI. You know, it only comes on, you know, when you brake too hard and when you're about to have an accident. That's the only time it come on. It don't come on no other time. That's what Loves told me, by the way. I done heard a lot of people get told that. I done heard Prime Inc. say, you know, if somebody's in the passenger seat, it can't see them. It's blurred out. It just sees you in the driver's seat. Is that right? Is that right? But the minute something happens, oh, we got a phone call that you almost got in a fight at the rack or something, the fuel rack. They get on that camera, they rewind all the way back. Okay, you got the fuel rack at, I'm giving y'all an example. This didn't happen to me, but it happened to my trainer. You rewind all the way back, 10 a.m. He was at the fuel rack. They played a whole 1 hour footage of my trainer, how he got, because my trainer had got bent from the fuel rack. They played a whole 1 hour footage. I thought the camera only turned on during a braking accident or you almost about to crash, okay? But here you are, damn near a whole nother day later, you able to go back and watch any part of the day. I thought it was that damn thing recording 24. Oh, it's got sound too. Don't forget it's got sound. I need to put up some of the videos Mr. Charlie sent me while I was driving down the road with the Loves truck. I think I can upload all this stuff now, just so y'all can see what these AI cameras look like. But you know, like I said, it's not entertaining no more. That's why I gotta keep my trucks, man. If I didn't have no trucks, if I didn't have no authority, like I was telling 50 Miles, I can go work for a company and things like that, but I can't stay long term. I can't stay long term because, well, depending on what the company is, if it's OTR, clearly, you got to be honest with yourself. Nobody plans to just be out here living in the truck, just watching time go by, bro, and you got siblings growing up and graduating, and you missing out on life and, you know, events and clubs and parties, and ain't nobody trying to go out there and live in a truck, man. I don't know what the hell going on. Only they think we supposed to do that. That ain't, nah, hell no. You ain't becoming no millionaire driving that truck. Shit, name me one. Name me a millionaire driving a truck. OTR right now. You tell me who it is so we can go all subscribe, figure out how they became a millionaire holding the strap. Man, please. But locally, there's nothing wrong with having a local job. I guess it's more so of me personally, because I done worked a couple of local jobs. If you're a local owner operator, you don't have nothing to worry about. But if you're a local company driver, you don't really have to worry about the company being in your business and things like that. But who you will have to always deal with is the damn co-workers that's gonna constantly want to know why your check be, oh, don't show your check. Because this is the problem I had. You know, I was showing my check on the YouTubes and things like that, but I'm brand new to the company. I'm brand new to Loves. They trying to figure out, they've been at Loves 18, 20, 40 years. How is he making more than us? And it's not that my pay rate is higher than theirs. It's just I'm just working all 12 hours. I thought that's what everybody did. That shit, the job said from 4 to 4. I can't work from 4 to 4. Shit, my damn weekend driver, man, started complaining to Mr. Charlie. I remember 2 days before I got fired. I ain't gonna, the driver know who I talked to, but I had talked to one of the trainers over at Loves. I said, man, my weekend driver steady complaining about me working all these 12 hours. 2 days later, I was fired like a motherfucking boy. They start, I don't know if they were just waiting or watching, but shit, you know, it's all good though. But you got to deal with the co-workers. That's really the only problem I ever had with a local job, except when I was at Quality Carriers. But the only difference, because you still talk to the co-workers at Quality Carriers, but the only difference is you're talking to owner-operators, it's they truck. When it's they truck, you're not competition. But when you're a company driver, it's like y'all competing for, you know, okay, this is how I think it works. when you split seating, there's only 24 hours in the day. So my weekend driver was feeling like, okay, when I don't bring the truck back early, he can't start early and make more money, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know how all fuel companies do it, but you can start after your 10-hour break as long as the truck is down. Okay, but if the truck ain't down, your 10-hour break is up, the split seat driver still running his 12-hour shift, you know, you can't really get that extra money in, so it then becomes a problem. It's like your split seat driver is in your way, okay? So I can see how that could be a problem. Then I heard what Trucker Brown was saying about, you know, his situation with local drivers and how they, you know, complaining on him and things like that. It's probably gonna be no different for everybody. You know, you just gonna have to go through that. But oil field, like I said, I was on the company side of oil field, then I was on the owner-operator side of oil field. I would say it was the same way. The owner-operators, nothing to deal with. When I was a company trained at Detmar, you still had to deal with company politics, the other drivers. Hey, well, you know, yeah, he may be a trainer, but why is he getting more loads than us? Is he cheating the ELD? Is he unplugging it? It's like, bro, what does me and what I got going on out here in the oil field got to do with your truck? You drive your truck, I'm gonna drive I'm driving this company truck, you drive that company truck, and damn it, what's the problem? Well, man, I feel like you take it home more than me because you do YouTube. Yeah, you do YouTube. You do YouTube. You do YouTube. Man, I feel like Andrew, he really don't care about fuel hauling because he got 3 trucks sitting back at the house. Yeah, he got 3 trucks. So if we get rid of him, he got a fallback plan. But we ain't got no fall. If you get rid of us, we gotta go bury the next, you know, Mr. Charlie for another fuel job. What I got going on got to do with your check? I'm not. Do you understand when I clock out the job, I don't want to see you no more? Just like any other job, bro. When I was at FedEx was the same way too. Anytime you're working for a company, it's the same way. Me and Lottie Dottie, we'll both tell you, man, shit, man, bro, when I clock, but first of all, you know, I hated FedEx ground so much, I always clocked in late. I was always late. I go sit out in the parking lot. I let everybody clock in, go through the security guard shot. They was always on time. I was on time too. I was just always sitting in the parking lot in the car, just like this. Did I have this car? I didn't have a car. I was sitting in probably my brother's car or some shit, but whatever the case may be, I just be sitting there like, damn. I look at the building. I like, damn, am I ever gonna get out this slave house? Cause I'm not looking forward to go and unload no drive-in trailer, especially in the summer. You know, have you ever been in the back of a drive-in trailer in the summertime? A drive-in trailer in the summertime. Oh my God, ain't no AC up in FedEx and UPS and probably Amazon. Ain't no AC up in them warehouses. It's about 120 degrees in them damn trailers. I'm not looking forward to that. So, you know, I come in, you know, after the safety meeting. You know, you clock in, the shift start at 11. They got the safety meeting at 11:01 p.m. I'm talking about night. I work the night shift, and I say about 11:15, they ready to start the whole. I come in about 11:17. They be like, Andrew, you done missed the safety meeting, man. We told you if you miss the safety meeting again, we're gonna fire you. I be like, yep. I hear what you're saying, Mr. Charlie. Which one of these sorry ass doors you want me to work in? And just get in that heavy ass door right there, the one with the light on. I used to have to get in there with 5,000 boxes in there coming down the chute, and they always screaming at me because the light is solid. For all y'all that worked in FedEx, y'all know when the light's solid, the whole chute bagged up, and I didn't give a damn. I didn't give a damn. How much was they paying me? $10 an hour? I didn't give a damn. I used to actually come to work hoping I'd get fired so I could find something different. Shit, and then Lottie Dolly finally came around, started working at FedEx. At least I had somebody to talk to, but I ain't had nobody to talk to in that damn miserable place because everybody was miserable. All the damn workers was miserable. They hated their life. They hated FedEx. They hated, you know, the fact that they were working at FedEx. Oh my God, they had kids at $10 an hour. They had renting cars and all their life was so miserable. And they used to come down, head down, hating life. And that was the it for them. That was trap. That was the it for him. I know, because my brother stayed. My brother's still at UPS. He stayed at UPS. I was at FedEx, but bro, that's and the whole time you'll be in the back of them trailers slaving, you'll be hearing about you. It's always one older person in there talking about, man, you gotta stick with it because health insurance. And boy, you'll be in there slaving 400 boxes an hour because of health insurance. And you freaking 18 years old, health insurance, just in case, I bring my ankle up in here, health insurance or help me get my damn ankle back together. So I can't look for nothing better because, ain't nothing better than, health insurance, especially FedEx health insurance, because they got the best. They got the best health insurance. They Fortune 500, and you 18 at $10 an hour thinking about some goddamn health insurance. And the top pay is $14 an hour. Man, please. I'll never forget that truck driver, man. I was so, man, I was just ready to quit one day, man. That truck driver bagged that damn truck up into the dock door, man, and he was screaming at me because I was loading the trailer. I had no care in the world. I was going slow as hell, man. That dude got up out that damn truck while I was in the back of it. He walked to the up along. Yeah, I know how y'all walk to the back of the trailer and you got that little crack back there. When you bag back to the dock, you can scream through the crack. He was like, hey! Like, man, I thought the boss was still. I looked back, I was like, man, who the hell is that yelling? So I walk out to the back of the trailer, I see him through the little crack. He said, hey, man, you need to speed up, man. I got money to make, man. This load paying like $2,200 to go 4 hours. I think he was going to Ohio or some shit. I said, $2,200? He said, yeah, man, it's paid $2,200 to go to Ohio, man. You should hurry up and load this shit so I can get on up out of here. I said, $2,200 to go to Ohio? I'm like, man, how far is Ohio? That ain't that far. I'm sitting over here thinking, hey, Ohio like 4 hours. What, Kentucky? Is Kentucky and Ohio, right? I'm like, wait a minute. Keep in mind, I didn't know nothing about, he was an owner-operator, could have been leasing the truck. I don't know nothing about none of that, okay? All I heard was $2,200, and I thought 4 hours. That's all I knew. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. You finna make, now my shift is 4 hours. So they gonna pay me $40 at $10, so I'm gonna make $40. You gonna drive 4 hours and make $2,200? I didn't even question this dude. All I knew, he drove a truck. I didn't ask him no questions. I went up to the boss. I said, and when the shift was over, of course, I said, hey, look, man, yep. I don't know what to tell you, boss, man. I'm already a sorry ass worker here anyway, but I quit. God damn it. I told Lottie Dottie, I said, yeah, Lottie Dottie, man. Lottie Dottie was working the belt. He didn't have to work the little trade, the little slave trade. He was working the belt. He had a little bit easy. Hey, Lottie Dottie, I said, look, man. Yeah, man, I talked to that truck driver over there. I said he making $2,200 to go up the street. I quit. I said, man, where you going? I said, I'm finna go get my CDL, god damn it. Yeah, and I never looked back. Talking about some health insurance. Well, I'm so glad I didn't stay 18. That was back in 2011. We in 2026. Oh my God, thank God I didn't stay for no fucking health insurance. Oh my God, because I ain't heard shit go wrong with my health. So, woo-wee, boy, I'm so glad I didn't. You know what I was thinking in my head? Money, things that actually matter. $10 an hour, oh my God. You imagine if I was still making $10, $14 an hour right now? Damn. There wasn't no 401k at FedEx either. UPS got it, but I think UPS got a pension. I don't know if they got 401k, but I know FedEx, we didn't have it, okay? But whole time I was working at FedEx, I couldn't afford to get no car. Back then, car notes was like $300 a month for a brand new car. I couldn't afford that shit. I was just broke as hell. I was just broke with it, but then again, I was in college too, so. But I was just broke as hell, bro. Broke college student working. Well, I was part-time, so maybe they had something to do with it. I wasn't a full-time slave, I couldn't do full-time. It was, I want to say maybe 3 times I stayed, during the holidays. Y'all know during the holiday rushes, like December, November, sometimes the midnight shift, they'll let you stay all the way to like, 6 a.m. if you want to, of course. I stayed 3 times. I couldn't take it, boy. I couldn't take it, man. It's like time just goes slow when you're making slow money. It goes so slow. I was trying to figure out what to take my money and what to do with it to try to make more money with it. That's back when I started buying silver and shit, which I still got the silver in my damn safe. Now silver, I think that shit up to $89 an ounce or some shit. I need to go open my safe, make sure it's still there, but I know it's still there. But that's back when I was buying silver, man. Silver was $18 an ounce. I was just buying silver because, I didn't know what to do with the money to try to grow it. I know I wasn't gonna get rich at FedEx. I knew that. So, the whole time I was buying silver, of course, the price never went up. It was one time it went up to like $30, but then it came back down to 18. I think gold was back then it was like 800 an ounce, and then it went up to, I want to say like 1800 or something like that. But from then to now, silver has only went up just this year. Well, not this year, but last year, 2025. Silver literally just started going up. So then when I got into trucking, I stopped investing in the silver and I opened my Vanguard account. I did that video. I did a couple of Vanguard accounts back in 2015 when I was at Night Transportation. Y'all can still see it on my YouTube channel when I went and opened my Vanguard account. And I didn't know what to invest in, back then, Vanguard had, I guess what you would call a mutual account, mutual funds. But back then, I didn't know about ETFs back then. Back then, it was just mutual funds, but it was a buy-in to get in them. $3,000. You had to put $3,000, to get in, just to even, I don't know about buy a share, but the minimum just to get into the mutual fund was $3,000. And I think I learned about the mutual funds. I was watching Dave Ramsey back then. I know growing up, my favorite person to watch was Susie Orman. And not because I just was looking for Susie Orman, but my favorite TV show was Family Guy. Family Guy always came on at, I want to say 10:30. And right after Family Guy, Susie Orman came on at 11. So I kind of always just fell asleep with the Family Guy show on, and it just transitioned to Susie Orman, Can You Afford It and all that stuff. And then eventually, a couple of years down the road, I found, Dave Ramsey, and that's when he started talking about the mutual funds and things like that. But it's not that I couldn't afford to buy into a mutual fund. It's just I didn't know what I was buying into or why I should buy. All I knew watching Dave Ramsey is that if you put your money in, it's supposed to return 8% a year. But, at I would have been 21, 22 years old. That's kind of hard to justify putting money into, so what did I end up doing? Oh, I just took it to the strip club like a fool and threw it in the air. I mean, what else was I supposed to do? I went to Memphis and threw all the money. I took all the mutual fund money. I threw that shit in the air somewhere in one of the Memphis strip clubs. So yeah. I think I should have put it in that mutual fund. Looking back at it now, I think the mutual fund, I think that would have been a much better idea than throwing the liquor. Yeah, it would have been a much better idea. Yeah, but we can't rewind time. But the mutual fund is no fun, okay? But the strip club was hella fun, okay? So yeah, keep that in mind too. The strip club, it had more entertainment, more value, more fun. The mutual fund, I would have just probably sold out of it. The money ain't coming. I'm not getting richer fast enough, basically. But I done got all off track. I don't even know what the hell this video about. Y'all got about 25 minutes on this GoPro. Let me end this shoe shine, because it's going to be so hard to get a 25-minute video up from a GoPro. Damn, this shit's 4 o'clock. This shit probably take me about 7 o'clock to get this crap uploaded. I hate GoPro footage, man. At least this from this GoPro 11. It just takes so long to render the files and upload them to YouTube because the file is so big. Let me stop this and I'll come back. We'll talk about this travel space and what the hell going on.